evening, good evening, good evening.
How are you doing tonight? You alright?
I'm a bit dishevelled and rushed, to be fair.
Oh yeah, what have you had a cake tasting going on?
Yeah, we had a consultation with our cake maker.
I've never heard of that before. Do you know that?
Yeah. Well, you have to know what flavour you want.
Oh, I had no idea about that at all. Wedding cake tasting, I just eat whatever came along, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us on a Wednesday night. Fantastic to see so many people joining on us a Wednesday night already. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. Share it about, folks. Share it about. Good evening, Ali Meek. How are you doing there? There we go.
Yeah.
The crack is good, and the crack is going to be good. And I reckon we've got a lot of numbers here because tonight we've got What's New Wednesday.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's the one. So,
I do try.
that is when we promote our friends on the show if they've brought out a new album or if they've brought out a new music book or whatever, and we have got an exceptional talent coming on for you tonight.
We're still waiting for the line of face creams from one of our friends. So.
What? So,
Well,
fantastic. Please share it about. It's magic. We're going to have a great wee time. Keep the comments coming in. Let us know where you are. Have a laugh with us. This is what this show's all about. Joining in. And as I say, we've got this great guest coming up now. For you. Are you wanting to play your tune first, or will I go first tonight?
I'll go first because I'm just making up as we go along. Yep,
I'm going to play it. That's good. What are you going to play?
I'm going to play a tune on the whistle.
Yep.
I'm going to play.
I hope there's no cake still in the gum or something like that.
No, nothing. I've not tried it yet. It's downstairs. I'm going to play Maggie West's Waltz by Mary Green.
Oh, magic! That's what I love.
So,
yeah.
Well, I'm going to give it a go anyway.
Great musician and a great composer as well.
Very much so. Here we go.
Tack it away. Tune. Lovely tune. Yeah, well done.
Tune.
Good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. It's been a cracking day up here in Shetland. It's a cracking day.
It started off a bit dreich here and it's returned to a bit dreich, but I've been back to work,
so we had fog first thing this morning, but now it's away, and it's been a rather nice night. And then we got word that Shetland is apparently going into level 0.
Nil point.
But that doesn't really make any sense because there's still lots of restrictions.
But it's the closest to normal.
It's rather confusing though.
Yeah.
I think once we get to -5 or something like that, we'll be alright.
Well, if Boris is his way, it's 21st of June. So, for everything gone.
Just have to wait and see.
Anyway.
Time will tell.
Anyway.
Here's my wee set of tunes for tonight. It's a set that I recorded last week, and I was playing about with putting some pictures on. So there's some Shetland scenery in this one for you. But it's a wee dance. They're really the 51st Division.
Yeah.
So the Drunken Piper.
Mm-hmm.
What's the second tune? Soldier's Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Third one's called Alec Muir's Reel by the late Tommy Ford, and the last one's C.M. Barber by Ian McPhail Senior, not Junior,
Okay.
but Senior, and a wee set of reels. So enjoy the scenery here. It's kind of all the different skies that I get to see for the front door of my house, which is it's rather nice that way too. But do remember, these are all the bonny nights. Sometimes there's gales and things. You know, there's things whizzing by, like, you know, these big black bales, things like that, blowing across the garden and things. Anyway, here you go. Enjoy, folks. Here's a wee tune. There we go.
Have you been playing with filter? Have you been playing with the filters? Have you?
Yeah, I know, eh? Amazing.
I'm hoping our guest doesn't get offended by that Norwegian flag on the tall ship.
Oh, never thought
yeah.
about that. Never thought about
dear.
that. Well,
I'm sure
listen, before we bring our guest on tonight, we're going to have a wee video from one of his very, very good friends over in Sweden.
Exactly, yeah.
So hopefully they don't take offence at that. So I think what we'll do, folks, can't wait for you to find out all about this tonight. And I'm glad you all liked the wee bits of scenery there. It's a very inviting place. Somebody said looks an inviting place.
But don't come here if you've got. But don't come here if you've got COVID.
Yeah, wait, just leave that. So, but there we go. Anyway, right, here we go. Right, let's bring on our guest on this little video. What do you say? And then we'll bring on the real deal straight after it.
Yeah.
Great. Here we go.
Hello there, everybody in the Facebook land from Sweden. This is Benny here from ABBA. Or is it Bjorn? I can never remember which one I am. It doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you about a really exciting new tune book by my friend from Scotland, the famous accordion player Sandy Breakin. Yes, and he is playing with his Swedish friends in the Sandy Breakin Trio. And this is all the music, the wonderful music, Swedish music and Scottish music from their debut album, Polecats and Dead Cats. What a snappy title, yeah. And Sandy's Swedish friends, Jimmy Johansson, Jimmy as they say in Scotland, and Christopher Bong Anderson, who are also by coincidence my very good Swedish friends, they all play together in this wonderful band. And here is an example of the music that you can find in this book. This is the very first tune. It's called, in Swedish, Den Sniffisad Punschgraven, which I know you all know means the dissolute delusional count. It goes like this. This is the very first track on the album. Wow, that was so Swedish and yet so Scottish as well. That was composed by Jimmy Johansson. And please watch the show tonight, 13 Tunes, where we'll be featuring the book. Goodbye. Goodbye from Sweden.
And hello in Edinburgh.
Sandy's not available. He had to take a quick flight to Sweden, and he's currently quarantining in the sauna for 14 days. Yes, we will sweat the virus out of him. So I'm afraid it's me again, Benny, or is it Björn? I can't remember, but whichever one I am, this is my stuffed dog, who is the other one. Anyway, I'm just relaxing in my special ABBA Silky Yim Yams. After being in the sauna myself, I thought I'd warm it up for Sandy. And of course, we'd like to roll around in the snow after that in Sweden, all naked with our friends and neighbors. But there's no snow today, which is very unusual for June. So we just had to jump in the big lake instead. Oh yes, I was a little bit offended by the Norwegian flag because we used to own Norway until 100 years ago, and then they made themselves independent like those naughty Scottish people want to do. And now they celebrate leaving us every 17th of May on their Constitution Day. It's very annoying. I always get very drunk on my recorderly Swedish cider on that day and try and forget about it. Very bad time in history. Now, kids, drinking is very bad, even though I do it. Do what I say, don't do what I do. Also very bad is this habit we have in Sweden of snus, which is it's like Victorian snuff, if you ever read about that at school. It's like tobacco and cut glass all rolled up into a neat little cube, and you put it in your top lip, and nobody notices at all. It's great. It's much less socially invasive than smoking, and the only side effects are a little bit cancer of the mouth and some bleeding gums. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Very well, thank you. Pleasure to have you here again, Sandy or Bjorn or whoever you are.
I haven't been on TV since 1976. This is great.
Fantastic to see you, Sandy.
I noticed somebody was complimenting your washing. I don't know if it was the productive text, but maybe it was a lovely washing. Maybe they meant a lovely evening. But I did see some lovely washing in your video. It's nice to see some washing sometimes.
Yeah, just as a variation, you know.
Good, Ryan.
Sandy, we're here to, and you can, Sandy, just you be whoever you want to be. I don't know how many characters you've been. You must have been about 80 or something this year already, different characters. But in your guys tonight, and your Swedish accent's very, very good, by the way. Yeah, excellent.
I've been practicing it for many years.
Up here in Shetland, we meet a lot of Swedish people and things. See that comment there. David's impressed. Right, so, listen, it's wonderful to see you again. And how's the dog? Oh, it's a stuffed dog these days, is it?
Yes, let me just operate the zoom function. And expand. And there it is. Wow, that is the magic of TV. You've got a copy as well, Peter. Wow.
Look at this.
It looks completely untouched. Why is that, you naughty boy?
No, listen. We've got you on
my
tonight's...
family bring out the CDs I gave them 10 years ago, and it still has the cellophane wrapping on it. I was like, wow.
Sandy, I was absolutely delighted about a week, 10 days ago to receive this in the post.
Wow. It's very unusual. Most people get it fried.
a project you have been working on, and it's come to fruition through lockdown. Polecats and Dead Cats. The book that now tell me that it's yourself and the trio you play in with the two Swedish lads, isn't it?
Two Swedish friends, Jimmy Johansson, or Jimmy Johansson, as they say in Sweden, and Christopher Andersson. But he likes to. There must be a lot of Christopher Andersons in Sweden. Well, of course there are. It's like Hamish McTavish in Scotland. They're everywhere, and so he likes to put his middle name in as well, which is a funny middle name. It's Bong. It's one of these A's with a little O over the top, so it's Christopher Bong Anderson. Anyway, that's his real name. I know, it's funny. Yeah. But Jimmy and Christopher are two of my best friends, and they actually live in a house together. Not together. They're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But no, they each have their wives. One of them lives on the top floor, and the other one lives on the bottom floor. So it's great. If you get bored of one of them's company, you can just go to the other floor and speak to the other one. It works really well when I go to visit them.
So, listen, how did you get together? How did this come about that you ended up playing? You went out to play at a festival, did you?
Yes, many years ago. A horrible man called Pete Clark, who plays the fiddle, took me over to Sweden and tried to leave me there. But I managed to find my way back. But he introduced me to Jimmy and Christopher, and we became very good friends. And instead, I dumped Pete Clark, and he's never been back. Ha! No, Peter introduced me, and it was a funny time when I went up to meet Christopher and I've forgotten his name already, Jimmy, for outside their house for the first time, and they stood there and held out their hands to shake my hand, but just in front of them skipped their fluffy pet cat, and I picked him up and used him to wipe my underarms because I was very sweaty. So I never actually shook their hands, but despite that, we formed a beautiful friendship together.
And is that where the dead cat's bit comes from?
No, well, that cat is dead. Yes, that's why it's called the dead cat. Yes, I forgot it. He didn't die instantly from my armpit sweat, though. That was later. That was much later from natural causes. He was an old cat.
Right. Well, listen, I've been going through the book and I love it. There's some great stuff in here. Viewers out there all over the world, this is a great collection of music by Sandy and the two Swedish fellows. And see, I didn't try to pronounce the names in case I get
you were very
wrong.
clever. I have to pronounce them all the time. By the way, it's a wonderful advert for the Sandy Brecon Trio underpants here on the back page.
I saw that, yes.
It's really, they are the latest style as well, everything. So this book can open many new worlds, many new avenues for you if you're a man who likes wearing silky pajamas and special underwear.
Yeah, this is the cinnamon style.
I'm wearing them right now.
Right, so listen, the book's really, really nicely laid out. It's hilarious as well. It's got some great wee stories and adverts.
Oh, really? I've never read it.
Whenever you crave for fermented herring.
Oh, I crave it all the time. I just had some for my snack tonight.
The fermented herring thing, I've seen people actually nearly...
Sorry?
I've seen people nearly dying just by the smell of that stuff.
Oh, it's pretty wild. It took me several times of vomiting spontaneously before I finally managed to swallow some of it, but now it's no problem. It's just like a rite of passage that every young Swedish man has to go through.
Right, listen, the book's really, really well laid out. I've noticed one thing you guys have put in that's a real great thing is harmonies for every tune. There's a harmony in for every tune.
This is the Swedish way, you know. They do not do this in Norway. They're a pathetic country, for example, just to pick one randomly. The Danes probably. They probably don't bother their arses to write harmonies either. No, only the Swedish are committed enough to write the fabulous harmonies for all the tunes, which makes the tunes even better.
Yeah, and they are fabulous. And the titles are incredible. There's some of them like the fish whacking waltz there.
Say again?
The fish whacking waltz.
I was going to thank you, Davey. I was going to ask the same thing. The fish whacking. I think you mean, my friend.
Yeah, fish whacking.
Apparently it's the humane way to kill a fish.
Okay. But there's some great. There really is some amazing. There's a couple. There's one that's a bit rude to maybe read out just now with the word in it. But you said that sometimes the Swedish don't understand that swear words are not commonplace in Scotland.
Yes, well, they often with the Scandinavian people, they learn the English from the TV, and they think all the bad words they pick up in English and think it's okay to just fling them out everywhere. But when I took Jimmy and Christopher to meet my mother and father, who are very religious, for the first time, they started flinging the naughty words, and my mother started flinging the mince and tatties at them. You naughty boys. It did not go so well.
Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, I love it. I love this book. I love Speaking to Yourself. It's full of character. There's marvellous. I like the wee story about Pete Clark you were talking about there, the Admiral on the Bow. And apparently
that is a true story. That is a true story. My alter ego, Sandy Brecon, was playing in the Athol Palace. I said Athol Palace Hotel in Pitlochry, in the pits of Pitlochry, with Pete Clark. And out of the blue, well, out of the black, out of the darkness above the audience's head, there flew a little red butterfly. And it landed on Pete's violin bow and just gently flapped his little red wings there. And Sandy was so inspired that he wrote a tune called Admiral on the Bow because it was a red admiral butterfly, or so he thought. But weeks later, Pete, the nasty Pete that he is, told him, because he's a bit of a botanist, a bit of a smarmy-warmy pants. He told him it was actually not a red admiral butterfly. No, it was a tortoiseshell butterfly. The tortoise on the bow did not sound so good, so Sandy stuck with the original title. It's very sensible.
Quite right. Where can people purchase the book? Where's the best place to purchase the book?
Well, not in Sweden, because you'd have to sell your house to buy it. But I'd recommend buying it in Scotland from the Bricanol Records website, which is oh my God, it's just popped up like magic. Why can't I do that on my show? I just have to write things very bad handwriting on paper and back to front and hold it up to the screen. Yes, that's an excellent place to buy it, or a shop if anybody has ever taken one. I don't know.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, there you go, folks. If you fancy this book, it really is amazing, and the stories, everything about this is a feel-good factor book.
Thank you. It was all Jimmy. I just signed it at the end and said it's all me.
and the tune "Breaking Wind" is even in here.
That is a very good if rude tune. A good rude tune.
Breaking, yeah. But I just love there's many tunes. As I said to you before when we were having a quick pre-show amble, I mentioned the Long Water, which I really like as a lovely wee jig.
Well, would you like me to give you a quick rendition of the Long Water? It's very. Oh my God, Jimmy Johansson just shared my post. This is very worrying. He's watching. Oh no! What did I say about him? Did I say anything bad about him?
Not yet. No.
Would you like me to play the Long Water? It's very short.
Well, do you know what? It would be lovely if you'd play us a little live tune and then.
But you just want me to wait to start until the end of the show, yes?
No. Take it away in Swedish, please.
Okay. Ta det båten. Some of my Eurovision moves, I can still do them, you know. That's the headphones. Pull the four over. Nothing I can do. Can't stop. Just gonna have to go with it. Woo! My cameraman got drunk and fell over. I'm so sorry. It's a Swedish thing. Okay, there was bits of the Long Water in there, in between all the other notes.
But you know yourself, having been involved with things like Eurovision, etc., that you just have to go on with it, don't you? You have to just cover these.
That's right. The show must go on. If the Velcro on the skirt won't pull off, then you just have to keep it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Davey, I can tell, Davey, there's a question deep down there that you're wanting to ask Sandy about this book.
No. No.
I knew I should have let the dog play the tune set next time.
Well, listen, this is absolutely wonderful. I can't believe how many people are watching us tonight in a wee Wednesday night show. This is fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Somebody says nice shoes. Bonnie,
they're not shoes, my dear. They're my Jimmy Jammy boots for going to sleep in. I got my personal designer to make me the whole sleeping outfit exactly modeled on our 1976 Waterloo Success costumes, with just a little bit silkier. And the boots, I always sleep with my boots on in case there's an emergency in the middle of the night and I need to jump into the lake.
Would that make it a Bjornsey?
Oh my God, that's really good. Hey, you should be on my show.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, dear me.
Ladies
So-
and gentlemen,
How many tunes? How many tunes are in the book?
There's 65. And
65.
yes, to the lady wanting to buy a pair, call me on my special chat line, and we'll negotiate a price. And maybe you can join me in the sauna later.
Oh dear. I think she's a fair distance away. She's in America, but you wouldn't mind going over there. You would tour over there.
Oh, we've been over there. Yes, we're very big in America.
Yeah. Do you meet up with the lads much and play this stuff live? I mean, I know
Well,
obviously
not so much in the last year.
No. But
We're still in the red zone. That's why poor Sandy is sweating it out in a sauna for 14 days right now. But once he comes out, he's going to be so happy because every year, my friends Jimmy and Christopher, they have the apple trees, and they, instead of wasting the apples by eating them, they squish them up in a big squisher, an apple squisher, it's called in Sweden, and they make the cider, the Swedish cider. So every year there's usually 50 new gallons waiting for Sandy to give him the
Whoa.
inspiration. And now this year there will be 100 gallons because they missed last year. So they're very keen for him to come over so that they can all communally have a sauna and drink the special squishy apple juice.
and roll in the snow.
Well, it's normally in June, yes, but this year it's been particularly mild.
Wow. Yeah. So, folks, hopefully, once we are allowed to play a bit in that again, these guys will get together and maybe do a wee tour again or something like that. But obviously it's all up in the air just now, but hopefully these guys will get together again very soon and have a tune somewhere and a tour.
Yes,
And
well,
what a nice-
actually in Sweden things have not been so bad. They've kept all the pubs and restaurants open, which has been very expensive for the local people because they still have to pay the extortionate prices. But they were hoping some of them might have closed in the pandemic and they might have saved some money eating at home. But no. Darn the Swedish government.
Yeah, it's not a cheap place to go for a night out. It's not a cheap
No,
place to go.
even a morning, I ended up spending all my money for the week. There's
Damn
way to get more
croissants.
there's no way to get more pocket money sent over there in time. I just had to beg.
I actually noticed, I noticed in here that there is a tune, The Lament for Kenny's Dead Cat. Is that a different cat?
No, that's the cat that the tune was. That's the cat. Okay, you want to be picky? Yes, okay. The Kenny's cat is the cat that the album's about. It's not about Jimmy's cat. But really, does anybody out there care? No, it's just a dead cat, for Christ's sake.
And where does the polecat come into this?
That is a tune that Sandy Breakin wrote because in America once, not Milwaukee, by the way, the lady with the comment, although I'd love to come there and visit you. Do you have a sauna? In America once, I had to write a tune for a charity auction, and the person who picked it had to give me the name, and the name was A Jumble of Polecats, which was a brilliant name. In fact, it was such a good name that we used it for the title of the album, and now the book. And then soon the tasty pie, the polecat pie, we'll be marketing everything. Polecat underpants, polecat
Sauna
Cats.
shampoo.
sauna shampoo. That's great. I love it.
Yeah. So, Sandy, do you fancy giving us a tune of your choice? It doesn't even have to be from the book, just to finish this show off tonight, because this has been fantastic. This has been one of my favourite shows ever again.
I'm sorry, but the contract said it was a 5-minute spot. I don't think I'm getting paid enough for this. Okay, just because it's you, because you're not Norwegian.
Thank you for this. It's wonderful. It's so good.
Thank you so
there's
much.
somebody asking how long you've been in Edinburgh.
All my life. Edinburgh, Sweden, that is, of course. This is called the Poetry Punch-Up. next generation. I look really like Boris. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change this to its hairstyle. Woo! Well, that was not actually
Fantastic,
the headphones falling off there. That was pure television televisual magic. Yeah, thank you guys.
Listen, Bjorn,
Benny.
will you,
Johnny.
Benny, Molly,
Agatha.
Agatha, Agatha. Sandy, thank you so much for coming on to tell everybody about the new book. Folks, you saw the web address there, Sandy Breaking All Records. You can also buy Sandy's CDs on that website as well. Jump on there. And I'm sure I'm sure your friend Sandy would be quite happy to sell people a CD or a book, wouldn't he? He's not averse to that.
No, he's absolutely he's a mercenary marketing man. He will definitely sell you a CD.
Yeah. Good. So there's the book, folks. Wonderful. Get that in your collection and get the CD. Sandy, can we just wish you? I think the dog's needing out.
Oh, don't tell me he's done it again. Oh, you naughty doggy. You naughty doggy. Naughty doggy.
So, listen. That's it. Just drink more cider. Right,
Sorry,
anyway, listen.
You should never work with children or animals or accordion players.
Listen, Sandy, thank you so much for coming on, folks. If you fancy Sandy's books or some of his CDs, jump on and get them. And hopefully we'll catch you live somewhere very soon. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you so much for inviting me on the show. I'm off to dye my eyebrows blonde.
Have fun.
Bye.
Tusen tack.
The dye's down in the cellar. I gotta go. Bye.
Fantastic. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, don't bring him back. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandy Breaking. Now, if that doesn't cheer up your Wednesday, nothing will. Fantastic. Absolute classic guy, classic composer, classic musician. Absolutely brilliant. So jump on to Sandy's site and buy his book, because that's great. He's done so much this year. The past year, he's been on every Sunday doing concerts and various other concerts throughout as well, and he's sat there and entertained loads of people. So give him a wee bit of support and buy the book and buy some CDs. That'd be fantastic. And there you go, there it is. Don't worry about pens and papers because it's all recorded, as I always say. So you can jump back on, and we'll put a wee note on Facebook on our page as well, where you got a hold of this stuff. Phew! Now, this is What's New Wednesdays. That's quite one to follow for anybody somewhere. But this is Wednesday when we come on to tell you as well who our guests are for Sunday night. And it's two of your acquaintances more than
It is that,
I'm really
yes.
looking forward to this because I don't really know these chaps this Wednesday. So for Sunday night, sorry.
Sunday.
So can you tell us who's coming on? That would be
So,
brilliant.
Sunday is the 6th of June, which is this obviously a remembrance of D-Day, the 6th of June 1944. So I thought it'd be apt to kind of tie that in with a kind of a contrast in acts. So firstly, we have the flute and fife maker who lives in Switzerland, who's originally from America. We've got Skip Healy.
Brilliant.
Who
Amazing.
I met at the Basel Tattoo in 2011. I think he was playing as part of the kind of ensemble act and things like that, and just really great guy, good fun. And the sorry, go for it.
And I've heard some of his stuff. That, he sent through, and it's amazing playing, lovely playing, especially on the wooden flute and things, and just a beautiful sound. So I think you will really enjoy that, folks.
And we also have the honour, really, of having the senior pipe major of the British Army. We've got Warrant Officer Peter McGregor of the Highlanders.
Fantastic.
As well, Joyce. He's also a playing piper with Field Marshal Montgomery Pipe Band, Grade 1.
Oh, does he? Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't realise he did that as well.
That's his
Oh my
weekend
goodness.
job. Yeah.
That's his weekend job. But it is an absolute honour to have somebody a rank like that coming on to the show.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll get a really nice discussion with him and talking about the army, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's at just now. So, two quite contrasting guests. I hope you can join us on Sunday night. 8 o'clock Sunday night for Tartan Tunes show. And fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed that. And if you're watching it back later on, you can still join us on Sunday. And thanks very much again to Sandy Breakin there. That's been an absolute hoot. Thanks to Karen backstage. Go on.
Before we go, just a reminder to everyone that there is free Royal Conservatoire of Scotland gigs this week. So that's up until Friday. If you go to their Facebook page, you'll find the Zoom link and the timings for them going through their kind of final end of the year recitals. With some cracking piping from Finlay Frame and Isla Stout on Monday. I'm not sure who is tomorrow actually, but yeah. So it looks like another good day tomorrow. So
so check that out as well, folks, because it's great for them to get a bit of an audience when normally they would get a live audience, and it's
exactly
a bit difficult. So, but listen, this has been fantastic. Thanks to Karen, who I could see laughing her head off backstage there to Sandy.
She's still crying.
So, she's still crying. Yeah, I think that's just. There we go. Anyway, been fantastic. Been fantastic night. Davey, you'll have to go now and go and eat.
Yes, cake. We eat five samples of cake. 6 samples of cake. What to eat?
Did you not tell 6 samples of cake?
I think it's 6. Yeah, because I think it's 6 out of 5. You get chocolate and you get vanilla. Then you had to pick. I want to say it's 3 or 4 flavours I had to pick.
Pete's sake.
3, 4. Yeah, whatever.
What happened to a fruit cake or a white sponge? That was a bit.
Just don't tell Ali that there's cake involved, or he'll be at my front door.
He'll be at your front door.
Yeah.
So what did you say? A fish supper for tea and then cake?
Fish supper for tea, yeah, and then cake for dessert. That's a good night.
There you go. See, that's a good Wednesday night in Dundee. That sounds good to me. Anyway, folks, listen. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Thanks to Sandy. Thanks to Karen. Thanks to Davey. And
thanks to Peter.
We'll see you. Yeah, thank you. We'll see you on Sunday night.
Sunday. He's on his way.
Yeah, you can hear them. That's it already. Right.
Right, Peter, I'll see you
soon,
Sunday.
guys. See you soon. See you, folks. Take care out there. Cheers. Stay safe.